one and all, and welcome to my weekly review of NXT. This is going to be my review for the November 11th edition of NXT, and just my overall thoughts and opinions on what took place on last night's show. So without further ado, let's kick it off. We started with Ty Dillinger making his way to the ring, the Perfect 10. He was scheduled to compete against Baron Corbin. However, before the match could even get started, Apollo Cruz ran down to the ring. He was steaming, he was furious, and he just started kicking the holy hell out of Baron Corbin. And they brawled all throughout the arena. Cruz was able to ram Corbin into the post, and this was Cruz one-upping Corbin after last week when Corbin attacked Cruz and cost him his NXT championship shot against Finn Balor. So there was a little retribution to be played tonight by Cruz. I liked seeing this, more intense Apollo Cruz. Usually we see him, he's smiling and whatnot, but he was serious. He meant business. He made his way to the ring, and he sent Corbin struggling. And afterwards, Cruz cut a promo in the backstage, and it seems to me that they are going to be building towards an Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin match at the next NXT TakeOver event in London. I think that would be a good addition to the card. I'd like to see these guys work. I've never seen them have a match before, and I think they could actually put on a pretty good match. So, looks to be the beginnings of a developing feud between Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews, who in my eyes has the potential to be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion, because he is that good. This man is talented, and I'm a big Apollo Crews fan. He's really impressed me so far with what he's done in NXT. After that, we had our first official match of the evening. It was the NXT Women's Champion Bayley teaming up with the Hype Bros of Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, taking on the team of Alexa Bliss and Blake and Murphy. And unlike on Raw, how we see six-man tag matches week after week after week, we don't really see them that much on NXT, at least not on a regular basis. So this was something different, and it was a fun match. Everybody got involved, and the crowd was really into it. They were really behind the Hype Bros. I like them. I think they're a fun tag team, a good addition to NXT's tag team division, which seems to be doing pretty well lately. And, there was just a lot of good stuff in this match. I liked it when Alexa Bliss actually took Bayley's NXT Women's Championship and went to the back. And it looked like Blake and Murphy were going to, get the win. But actually a really nice spot in this match was when Bayley hit the Bayley to belly on Murphy, and then this led to the Hype Bros getting the victory, and they hit their finishing move, which is called the Hype Rider. So Bayley and the Hype Bros won. However, Alexa Bliss, as we would find out later on, took Bayley's NXT Women's Championship. And then Bayley eventually made her way to the back, and she found Bliss taking photos of herself with the NXT Women's Championship, and then Alexa just dropped the title, and then Bayley would run into Nia Jax, and Bliss would later return and attack Bayley from behind and lay her out, and it was interesting seeing Bayley come face-to-face with Nia Jax, and I know eventually they will have a match down the road. I know Nia Jax is it's just started, and she's got to find her way. But I think eventually that could be a really good program between Bayley and Nia Jax. I'd like to see it. Not sure I don't think it would take place at the NXT TakeOver London special. I feel that would be way too soon. But possibly the special during WrestleMania weekend. I could see it happening around that time. But it was also announced on the show that next week it will be Bayley versus Alexa Bliss in the main event for the NXT Women's Championship. So that should be a good match. Looking forward to it next week. Then we had Nia Jax, who did make her way to the ring, and she defeated Dianna was really a squash match just to showcase the dominance of Nia Jax, and she was able to pick up another win after hitting she hits that sick spine buster, and then or power bomb, the power slam, excuse me, and then she hit the leg drop for the win. So Nia Jax remains undefeated on NXT. I'm glad they changed her appearance. What her wardrobe. I didn't like that blue and yellow. The black really suits her much more, makes her more of a dominant. She's not a typical. She doesn't look like a typical woman. She's Samoan. She's that Samoan, really well built, big, and she's unique. She stands out in the women's division, and I feel like over time, as she gains more experience in the ring, she will be a force to be reckoned with in the NXT women's division. Then we had a tag team championship match. It was Dash and Dawson taking on the NXT tag team champions, the Vaudevillians. I thought this was a fun, enjoyable match. And the result of this match really surprised me. Dawson Dashin defeated the Vaudevillains to become NXT tag team champions. I didn't see it happening tonight, but it was definitely a shock, and I feel like Dash and Dawson have earned the right to become NXT tag team champions. Really one of the better tag teams in NXT, and throughout this match, they really controlled the pace as they worked on taking out the leg of Aiden English. English was eventually able to make the hot tag. However, Dash and Dawson were able to continue to... they were able to take out Gotch and then capitalize and hit the reverse figure 4 leg lock on Aiden English, who was the legal man in the match, and they made him tap out, and it was really a shocker. I did not see them winning the tag titles. Should be interesting to see where this goes. We know they took out Colin Cassidy 2 weeks ago, so I could see a feud between Dash and Dawson and Enzo and Big Cass. Vaudevillains are due championship rematch. Maybe they're going to build to Jason Jordan, Chad Gable versus the Mechanics, Dash and Dawson at NXT TakeOver London. There's a lot of options. Really happy with how the NXT Tag Team division has been recently. So, yeah, we have new tag team champions. So, I was definitely surprised, to say the least. Then we move into our final segment. It was Samoa Joe making his way to the ring to explain why he attacked Finn Balor last week. He said since he arrived in NXT, he deserved to have an NXT championship match just because of who he is as Samoa Joe. I really like this promo from Joe. It really displayed the arrogance, the cockiness, how he's entitled to. He really wanted that NXT championship match, and the fact that he had to compete in a battle royale 3 weeks ago was just ridiculous, because he felt in his mind that he's Samoa Joe. He should have just been given it like that. Instead of having to go through this battle royale, and Finn Balor didn't, while he said Joe did deserve an NXT championship match, he didn't really, stick up for him when William Regal placed Joe in the battle royale, therefore eliminating his shot at receiving a title match. Then Finn Balor would make his way to the ring, and a bunch of officials came out, and Balor was like, okay, you want to go? Come on, let's do this. You got your title match. And then the referees were trying to keep them apart. Eventually, Joe shoved one of the referees into Balor, and then he was able to lock in the Coquina clutch on Balor, making him pass out, and that was the way that we ended the show. So I'm really looking forward to the build for Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. This is a match I've been looking forward to for a long, long time, and it's most likely will be the main event of the NXT TakeOver London show on December 16th. So overall, I enjoyed this episode of NXT. There was a lot of good stuff on it, a lot of storyline development, some good matches, new tag team champions. So overall, I'm going to give this show. I'm going to give it an A minus. That may be a little high, but I really enjoyed it. Much better than last week's show, and we are definitely on the road to NXT Takeover London. So yeah, those are my full thoughts on Wednesday night's episode of NXT. Thank you all for watching this video. Please click that like and subscribe button if you want to see more video content to this channel. Thank you to all who have subbed. I really appreciate it. Without you, this channel wouldn't be where it is today. There will be no Raw review next week. It's going to be a busy week for me with school. I got a lot of other events that I have to attend to. So I'm just going to skip out on reviewing Raw. It's just going to be too much for me. We'll be watching it. But I will look to make a Survivor Series predictions video, hopefully on next Friday. Then my review for Survivor Series, and hopefully a couple of live reaction videos to go along with that. So, yeah, that's the plans for next week for this channel. So, with that, I am out. Peace.